Is this too much? I think it's too much.
Good morning, foodies! Welcome to the Gourmet Plate. Today is my happy day.
We're at the city center of Kuala Lumpur, heading to W Hotel, and we're going to have some amazing all-you-can-eat buffet brunch. We love buffet. I mean, who doesn't? Buffet is sort of like the food Disneyland, and you just pay an entrance fee, and then you will be mesmerized by all that amazing variety of food that you can find. And the best part is you get to eat all the food that you see as much as you like. So are you ready? Yes! Let's go! Here's our welcome drink. Interesting. They sort of give us like a boarding pass. It's like we're boarding on a flight to the magical land of amazing food. Oh, we even got wristbands too. Definitely feels like a theme park to me. Guys, we got an awesome table. Let me just show it to you. Table right here, right across. Twin towers. Amazing buffet with a fantastic view. What else could we ask for? So I must say they have a pretty healthy variety of foods, and due to the current situation that we're in, so they actually place a glass barrier between the food and us. Makes me a little bit sad, but it keeps people safe. Anyway, let's go check it out. So we've got over here, this is the cooking station, and over here we've got the breads and some of that pastry stuff, some seafood. Here are some of those cold cuts, fresh seafood paste. This, I believe, is the Western station. Oh, roast meats. Indian station, the Chinese station. I've got here all the appetizers, the salads. These are for the healthy people, by the way. Definitely not me. We've got all sorts of desserts as well. Nice. I don't know if you guys are ready, but I sure am. Let's go grab some food. Round one. Alright guys, so here's our round one. We've got some of that roasted meats. We've got some skewers. We got some of those cooked seafood with some takoyaki. And we also got some of the fresh seafood. Let us start with the crab first. Oh, they're very considerate. They already cut it off for you. And look at that flesh. Oh, this looks pretty promising. Alright, here we go, the first bite of the buffet. Texture is a little bit mushy. I could taste the brine, but definitely no sweetness. Moving on. Scallop. Oh no. Pretty rubbery. No flavor. Pass on the scallops. This thing isn't starting off too well, but I have hope. It's okay. But at least the prawns look fresh. Prawns is decent. Crunchy. There's a little bit of prawniness. Not bad. Let's move on to the cooked seafood. Hopefully they fare a lot better in this. Let us start off with, I guess, a squid. Decent flavor, a little bit spicy, but squid is pretty rubbery. So some of that fish pretty good. It's got a nice savoriness, a little bit of that sourness from pickled vegetables there, which is alright. Takoyaki. Too much flour. Barely tasted the octopus. Flavor is pretty decent though. Mayo is nice. Oh man, this thing is tough. Alright, got it. Flavor is pretty nice. It tastes a little bit of its natural flavor. And the sauce, it tastes a little bit gingery. It's pretty refreshing. You could definitely taste that toasty flavor on that slipper lobster there. Alright, moving on to the prawn. Dry. Not much of a flavor. Maybe slightly toasty. Let's hope the skewers will cheer me up a little bit. We've got here the beef skewer, chicken skewer, and some shiitake mushroom skewers. And they gave us this chili sauce. I believe you're supposed to dip it in. But let's try the beef without the sauce first. It does have a nice roasted smell. Oh, this is pleasant. The beef is moderately tender. It has that very nice sweetness, along with a little bit of that grilled flavor in it. It's pretty good. This makes me happy. Alright, let's dip that beef into the chili and see if it elevates the flavor further. Don't dip the beef in. The beef is sweet on its own. Guys, this tastes exactly like chicken satay. A better version of chicken satay. Your chicken pieces up here, tender and nice, and you can taste all the charred edges at the sides. Nicely grilled. A little bit of that mushrooms flavor in it. 10 to 2. Well done, skewer station. On to the final dish of round 1, the roasted meats. Flavor is pretty okay. Tastes a little bit of the charred ends. I think for buffet beef, it's pretty okay. I believe this is roasted chicken breast with some sort of fillings inside. Moderate tender. Sauce, got a nice tangy kick to it. The fillings within goes pretty well with the chicken. Let's have some of the roasted potatoes. Well cooked, nice charred edges, nice flavor. And I love how they left the skin on. It gives that added bit of that crispy texture on the potato. This is nice. I like this. Let's order something new. So apparently, aside from their buffet spread, they also have what they call the table menu cooked to order. There is scrambled egg, poached egg, sous vide egg. So let's just order one of everything. While we wait, let us go for round 2. Alright guys, for round 2 we got some sushi, some sashimi, and this is some sort of bun, I think wrapped in chicken tandoori and vegetables. And we got the western station, some of their sausages, their potato dishes, and I believe this is some sort of lasagna. Alright, let's start with the cold dish again, the sushi and sashimi. It's a really decent buffet sashimi. Let us move on to the sushi. This one over here, they call it the dragon roll. Texture wise, decent. Flavor though, not much. This one here, they call it the Korean beef roll. This is tender. The vegetables on top give a nice, refreshing sourness. Alright, let's have a bun next. I think probably not the best combination. A little dry, bun is not moist. So a la carte dishes are here. So I think we should start with the chawanmushi first. Oh, the cream on top. This is pretty good. Egg, moist and tender, soft, and that sauce. It gives a very nice umami flavor on top of the egg. And look at this. Oh, that's a pretty good presentation. Gonna break the egg, probably mix it up a bit. Oh, that yolk, look at how creamy it is. How beautifully it's mixing up. Wow. Oh. Egg is creamy. There's a very nice mild tomato flavor. And the rice grains underneath, you can just taste those grains. The texture is nice, it's a little bit crunchy, tender, moist. I quite like it. Alright, let's do the taco. Ah, the skin looks pretty nicely toasty. It's got a nice mixture of flavors. Minced meat inside. There's this nice roasted flavor. There's saltiness, sourness, and the vegetables give it a very nice refreshing crunch. The flat bread out there, not too dry, a little bit chewy. All in all, very decent taco. Very decent. Okay, time for the poached steak. Oh my god, look at this. Wow. Let's get a bit of everything. That egg, that bread, that vegetable. This is good too. Once again, super creamy egg. That kale gives a nice added flavor. And the brioche, although it's already a little bit soft, it still gives that very nice flavor of the bread. Oh, this is a really good dish. I find the ikura doesn't really do much for me though. I think they could have skipped that. Yeah, a la carte buffet dishes are nice. They're all very nice. One more to go. What we have got here, scrambled eggs with some ikura on top, and a turkey ham, and underneath is a piece of sourdough. Oh! Hey guys, it's good too. Again, they really hit the mark with the egg there. Creamy, got a nice eggy flavor. And the sourdough, surprisingly, good flavor. Wow, all the cook to order dishes, really good. I'm happy. So we're gonna carry on with round 2 and also with round 3 added in. What we have over here is a creamy leg of chicken. Roast chicken, doused in some sort of savory sour sauce. This is pretty nice. I like how this potato guy looks. It's pretty beautiful. Oh, the flesh within is nice. Wow. Oh, this is good. It's just potato. I think it's basically a whole potato. I believe this is just a potato skin. What they did was they just probably sliced along the skin and they probably just roasted. Oh, it's so simple yet so delicious. Oh, and you can taste that roasted toasty flavor. Oh, this is good. This is good. Vegetable lasagna. Good flavors. The vegetables all add up, giving off their own natural flavor. Sweet, savory, tomatoey. Alright. In the dish. This is a lamb biryani. Very nice biryani flavor. You could taste the layerings of the spices. I believe this is a chicken masala. Tender chicken fry, mildly spicy. Just gonna quickly plow through these cold cuts. They were okay. Now this looks more interesting. Let's start with this smoothie. I believe this could be a blueberry smoothie. Not bad. This over here, probably some sort of a noodle with a prawn on top. Must be some sort of Thai dish. Noodles are a little bit chewy, but the flavor refreshingly sour. Very Thai style. Nice. Some octopus salad. Again, refreshing. Pretty good flavor. Octopus, surprisingly tender. I'm nearly done. I have this love-hate relationship with buffets. It's like you meet a buffet, you go out on a date, you had fun, but somehow at the end of the day, you always end up with a food hangover and you tell yourself, never again. But every time you see a good buffet come up, you would just forget what you promised yourself and you just go again. It sounds pretty sad, doesn't it? A few moments later. Alright guys, I'm at my final round here. So what we got here is pastries from the bread section. And then we got an assortment of desserts. And also this are also desserts and they call it the chocolate dim sum. I believe this is a duck feta quiche and this is a pumpkin quiche. So let's start with the duck quiche. Very good. Creamy, good texture. Duck flavor is pretty present too. Some of that pumpkin quiche. Man, we should have started with the baking section. Both quiches are pretty good. Alright, I honestly don't know what this is. I'm gonna guess it's some sort of a chocolate Danish. But it does look really, really beautiful though. Don't you think so? The inside is melty. Oh, definitely a type of chocolate pastry. And the filling inside is chocolate as well. Oh, this is pretty good too. There's another beautifully presented dish. Should be some sort of pineapple tart. And this I think is a dried pineapple and this is a canned pineapple. Interesting. Oh, again, really decent pastry. Pineapple has a nice punch to it, some sweetness. Very, very good. Oh guys, crab bar ice cream. And if I recall correctly, all the ice cream from Flock, they are made in-house. Pretty thick, dark chocolate definitely has quality. Alright, the chocolate fountain dishes. So this looks like a very nice tri-colored layer cake. And this, probably some sort of puff. Let's sleep onto the chocolate sauce. Ah, beautiful sauce there. Chocolate layer sponge cake. Oh, it's got flavor. It's a light sponge cake flavor, but it's got this little bit of fruitiness in it. And when it goes to the chocolate, oh, it's good. Oh, this is surprisingly good. Alright, last two plates to go. Let's do the dim sums first. As I understand it, all these dim sum, they have their own individual flavor with the chocolates. It's really cute. A little bit of pineapple flavor, mochi looking one. Our chocolate within is really soft and smooth. Right, this they call the chopstick. Nope, chocolate stick. Do they call it chopstick or do they call it chalk stick? I wonder. Okay, we gotta start with that cheesecake. For sure. It looks like a burnt cheesecake, but it doesn't taste like one. It's very creamy, but the cheesy flavor is not that strong. Let's try this rainbow looking macaron thing. The macaron shell is very crumbly, so the moment I touch it, it just crumbles. The sauce within, it does sort of taste like a nutty sauce. Or this beautiful looking tart thing with nuts on top. Nice nutty flavor. The pecan nut flavor is pretty present. For Malaysian buffet, their dessert is probably one of the best that I've tried. Oh, look at that. It's like a chocolate macaron on a chocolate mousse on a chocolate sponge cake. Again, decent. Decent. Decent too. It's a very light peanut mousse on top. This is decent too. Well done, W. Well done. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Oh. Never again. Alright guys, we're done with our buffet. So we're gonna see you guys later for plating time. Plating time! I would say that in general we had a rather pleasant dining experience at Plough W Hotel. The design of Plough is very contemporary and modern, and if you happen to get a table outdoors on a windy day, you'll get to enjoy a relaxing brunch buffet with a magnificent view of the Twin Towers along with the city of Kuala Lumpur. The food quality definitely a notch above all the rest of the Kuala Lumpur hotel buffets that we have tried. I think the only one that can even come close is probably Four Seasons Kuala Lumpur. That being said, this isn't our first time visiting Plough for their buffet brunch. We actually visited them earlier this year and we really had a blast. This time round, the quality has dropped quite a few notches of some of their food, especially the fresh and cooked seafood section. I think they really need to put in more QC there. Their made-to-order egg dishes were really pretty good. I think that is a must-order. We also rather enjoyed their desserts, their skewers, their pastries. I think their appetizer is pretty okay too. That said, Plough at W Hotel scores an okay on the Gourmet Plate, which means they are pretty decent. In Malaysia, when it comes to having all-you-can-eat buffets, Plough is definitely our first choice. They offer the best quality food at their price point, and if you're looking for a buffet to celebrate a special occasion with your family and friends, I think Plough is definitely a good choice. So that concludes our review for Plough at W Hotel. If you like our food adventures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Till we meet again in the next food episode. We are going into a food coma now. Bye.